Hi, Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Nazira binti Rosmadi, metric number 17148988. The topic that I choose for my critical review writing is digital literacy. Okay. First, we need to know what is the meaning of digital literacy. Before that, we have to know what is the meaning of digital and literacy. So digital is electronic technology that generates, store and process the data. And literacy means the ability to read, write, speak and listen to communicate effectively. Okay, so the word digital literacy is the ability of a person to use digital technology such as social media, internet platform and mobile devices to communicate and access to the internet. And the person with digital literacy have the skills to use the technology such as access, manage, manipulate and create information in a meaningful way. The more we learn about technology, the more benefit we can get through our learning as the technology is always up to date. Okay, so a digital literate person can search for information that he or she needs effectively and in a well-organized way because they know how to select and use the digital technology where, when and in a purposely way. Digital literacy is also related to critical thinking about the opportunities and benefits of digital technology that used frequently such as Web 2.0, social networks and mobile application. Next, these are the 4 principles of digital literacy. First one is comprehension. It means the individual's potential to understand the usage of technology and they need to extract implicit and explicit the ideas from the media sources. Second is interdependence. Okay, as we know, media are massively growth day by day. Media is actually relying on each other, okay, and it is created based on its purpose and it will form, coexist and companion to each other. Third is social factor. We can see it through the activity of sharing a personal life that can create message or story on its own. People nowadays like to share their life with others such as friends or maybe to the public, and this can show how the media is very useful in creating the ecosystem of sourcing, sharing and storing. The fourth one is curation. So this is the act of curating. Curation in digital is the process of curating, managing, maintaining and validating a digital content. For example, the collected video in a YouTube channel or infographic that is pinned in the Pinterest that shows the several types of digital literacy where we can understand the value of information. Then we want to save it in a way that make it accessible and useful for the future. Next is the framework, the concept of digital literacy. There are 5 frameworks for this concept. The first one is photo-visual literacy. Second is reproduction literacy. Third is information literacy. Fourth, branching literacy. And fifth, socio-emotional literacy. Okay, this is the first framework. Photo-visual literacy means the art of reading visual representation that shows by the media. Okay, photo-visual communication is more user-friendly because the user can understand the information easier than the text-based. So it will help user to easily understand the instruction and the message that was presented visually because they acquire a good visual memory and strong thinking. This has led to the identification of synchronic learning, where the education, instruction and learning occur at the same time. An educational computer program for children known as Just Grandma and Me demonstrate this synchronic learning. Okay, because the monitor will play the text with each the work highlighted as it is read while the story is heard. The user will learn how to pronounce the word because they see the words and the pronunciation of the words. Okay, next is reproduction literacy. So it is the art of creative in recycling of existing materials. Digital environments has stimulated humans to copy, reproduce and distribute information in a large scale. Reproducing and distributing the digital information require user to maintain the originality and creativity of the existing work. For example, the researcher and the student, we used part of the text previously that have been published as the guidance for us to create a new article. The capability of computer and digital editing programs must always in the improvement in order to create the reproduction information, maintain in its originality, authentic and creative. Reproduction literate learner is the person who oppose a good multi-dimensional synthetic thinking that help them to create a significant new combination from the existing information. Next is information literacy. So information literacy is the ability of user to evaluate and use the information wisely since the unlimited exposure of digital information sources. The information need to access properly as the information can be published easily and manipulated without difficulty. User must decide which data need to be used and ignore to produce a good quality conclusion. Information literacy works as a filter because user need to identify the erroneous, irrelevant or biased information in educated and effective ways. Information literate person, they have a critical thinking and always ready to doubt the quality of information even the information seems reliable and valid, as they need to have a deep consideration in assessing the information. Next is branching literacy. It involves with hypermedia and non-linear thinking. Okay, modern hypermedia technology enable the user to change from relatively linear data search in traditional digital library and database to a non-linear manner, which is various manner that is easy and have a freedom in processing information. Problems will arising through the process, and unordered method is used to construct the knowledge from massive quantities of independent pieces of information. The people with good branching or hypermedia literacy have a multidimensional thinking, and they are able to avoid the loss of aim in constructing information while surfing the internet. Then it also helps in the skills of knowledge construction to produce complex products and demanding tasks. The last one is social-emotional literacy. It is awareness in each action. In this digital era, users need to be aware each of their actions to avoid the traps of fraud. Users must be very careful with the people they interact with, the incoming email from an unknown person or sources, and a suspicion call. A big consideration is essential in order to survive within the massive communication of the cyberspace. A simple action that we take by clicking an email entitled "You win" can infect the computer with a fatal virus. Okay, so social-emotionally literate user can be described as a person who are willing to share the data and the knowledge with others. They are able to evaluate the information, they have a critical thinking, and able to collaboratively construct the knowledge. This is the digital literacy on mobile device security. There are many ways to secure the devices, but I just want to share these three types of security. The first one is access control. Access control is to protect the mobile devices from unauthorized access. That includes using password, biometric scans, personal identification number, PINs, security tokens, and other authentication factor. So we need to set in the password with a strong and unique that contain a mix of letter. Okay, second, encryption. The encryption is the process of data security to protect the information on a device from loss or stolen with unreadable format. So other than that, so it is a method where the information is converted into secret code and can be seen by the authorized parties. They will use the cryptographic key to decrypt the data into readable text. The third one is antivirus software. It is very important to ensure the security of our computer. Make sure that we have a right and quality software that be installed in our computer to prevent the attack. This software will search and detect and remove a virus or other malicious software. So antivirus scanning the incoming files that being passed through our network traffic. Prevention from hacker or threats must always be taken, and we should aware from this attack to protect our devices. For the conclusion, digital literacy is an essential life skill in this digital era. So digital literate person will use digital technology in appropriate way and effectively. It will encourage curiosity and creativity and enable the person with digital literacy to evaluate the information purposely. And it will improve our performance and we can survive through the obstacles in this digital environment. That's all from me. Thank you for your time.